Good morning, it is not 7:30, but instead it is 9:30. I did not sleep very well, so I decided to sleep in a little bit. Our plan remains the same. I'm going to go make some breakfast, and then we will go outside because it snowed again last night, so I'm going a little bit of a walk. Going a little bit of a walk in the snow. And then we'll go down and we'll reorganize and lighten down my gear load. See what we can do. Alright. Peace out. Honestly, it's not too bad out here. One thing I noticed is that dumb little videos like what my friend Ethan makes, where they don't really have a high production value, they're just little fun little things that he likes to make for himself, end up getting a lot more views than half the videos I make. Well, actually more views than any of the videos I make. One of his videos has been out for 2 years now. 790 views. That's not a lot overall, but it's a lot compared to the, my most viewed video on this channel has like 34, which is a nice amount. I'm not gonna feel bad about that. That's a good number. It's mighty bright out. It's also very pretty. Kind of wish I brought sunglasses. I just won't be able to look up at the camera. Look at this. Let's go through the orchard for once, actually. I hardly ever go through the orchard. Just heard a cat. Nice. This is the second snowfall of the year. Though technically it's only the 1.5 snowfall of the year, since the snow from yesterday didn't melt yet. Or no, I guess because it says snowfall, so it is the second snowfall of the year. Neat. Alright. Formulate myself a... Hold on, I got gloves. Luckily, I'm wearing a pair of sweatpants underneath my, I'm wearing a pair of sweatpants underneath my, jeans here, so. Tell you what, sweatpants work about as good as any pair of long underwear, unless you get like a really nice pair of long underwear, in which case, I don't know. It's a nice day out. It's a good day to lighten down my bag, see what I can do with it. I'd like to get something waterproof because then I can set up directly on the snow. I'd like to get something waterproof for my ground pad because then I can set up directly on the snow and not worry about it. And I'd like to roll it up and set it out on the snow and see how it fares. But I don't know. I don't know what I'll do. I still have yet to edit all the footage from the weekend. And add it up today. See how that goes. It's not that bad out, really. It's not too cold. It is very bright though. Very bright. I'll catch back up with you once we're in the basement and I'm setting up my camera to restructure my bag and my bedroll, because I really think we could do a better job. We were on roughly, for the bedroll, we were on beta 0.2. Or beta version 2. And now, we're moving on to beta version 3. And for the backpack, the kit, I mean, heck, we can pack basically just one thing as we get more skilled. The only problem right now is that currently it's packed as though I don't know what I'm doing. But I do. I know what I'm doing, I'm just not very good at it. But I know how to do it all. Anyway, goodbye. Alright, we're back once again in my basement to show you guys some of my kit and what I like to carry. And also, just sort of trying to lighten down my kit a little to just what I would really need if I was going to go anywhere for an overnight. Now this kit is just my overnight kit. So any long-term stuff like a food bag that I carry like a lot of different food items in, not going to end up bringing this anywhere. Two-man trips or extended trips, I bring the full food bag. Because on full extended trips or two-man trips, I bring things like my shovel and a radio and a lantern and a food bag and stuff. And I will be showing you guys what I pack in my two-man extended day trip stuff. But this is my overnight bag. This is what I would take with me and feel comfortable having and carrying just for an overnight or even 2 nights out in the woods, in the bush. I'm going to start things off simple. Extra pair of socks. There's a lot of water, a lot of wetness that exists in the world, even though I live in the desert. Get your socks wet, you're gonna have a bad time. Simple as that. Aluminum blanket, emergency blanket. Always nice to have one of these. A lot of uses. If you find yourself needing it, it's there. Even if you never use it, like this one has been in the bag so long that the bag is starting to tear open. But that peace of mind of knowing that you'll be okay, worth it. This is a rain poncho, plastic rain poncho, and like 3 folded up trash bags, which could also make rain ponchos. Next thing we're going to pop in the bag. This is my mess kit. This is a canteen lid. I had to bend it with a pair of pliers just slightly to get it to fit onto my canteen, because this is just a generalized size and shape that was made. I mean, this lid here was designed and made for a canteen that was produced over the course of like something like 30 years and had various different iterations. So I mean, you're never gonna, it's a universalized thing. You're never gonna find the perfect thing. And my water bottle, my canteen had built up a little bit of pressure. So when I released it, it leaked a little bit because I hadn't screwed the lid very tight. And as I released it, it fizzed up, you know, the pressure came out. So always be good about depressurizing your water bottles when changing altitude, or even just when leaving them sit for a while. This one, I mean, obviously I would completely refill these before using them. I'm putting them in with old water, simply just to showcase the weight, though there's no real way of showing that on video, but I can sort of describe to you guys how heavy it feels. So, first thing I'm putting in the bag is my mess kit, my cook kit right there with the, it's a blue spork and a red spork, bought them at Walmart, and a lid I picked up, and a cup you've seen me use in one of my videos. Just like that. Next thing I'm adding into the bag, this big knife. Previously you may have seen I had my hatchet. I decided that my hatchet is a longer term use item. It's stronger, does various other things. They're roughly the same size and weight. I just felt like this knife does everything I need it to for quick, easy firewood gathering and knife tasks. I've never found myself needing more than this knife, unless I'm trying to mess around with bigger logs, in which case I wouldn't want to try and take down a tree with this knife, but I would with that hatchet. So if I was going to be messing around with bigger logs, I would pack the hatchet, but I don't know. I just, like, there's not really a huge opportunity to do that. Again, this knife I've showcased in a previous video. Nice knife. It's going in the bag right next to the water bottle. Just going to slide it right in there in the corner so I can just sort of open the bag and have quick and easy access to both my knives there. To slip them onto my belt or whatever. Next thing, TP, very important item. Very important. Tissue paper, whatever you want to use it for, it's nice to have. And just sliding that right in there is really easy, real simple. Next, personally, I'm going to slide this over top of my canteen here, just because it's good. Yeah, it just covers it a little bit nicely, keeps that lid handle protected. And it's just a little leather pouch my grandpa made for me. You can use it for whatever, really. Some rope, tie rope. Nice to just tie stuff down, be able to hang stuff out of trees. Tie rope, nice thing, nice item there. Good item. Next up, we can move on to the outside, because currently I don't really have anything to fill the space. A little extra space in your bag is not a bad thing, to be able to fit some extra stuff in there. Maybe an extra pair of boots, or shoes, or a hat, or some gloves, whatever you feel like you want to have set in there. A little inflatable camping pillow, whatever, you know. On the outside of the bag, I'm going to fit my smaller of the two water bottles I have. I picked this up many years ago. This I would not consider a part of my kit. This is just a water bottle. I could replace this with any water bottle, but this is probably the oldest thing that is going into this bag. I had this when I did youth baseball when I was like, I got this for youth baseball when I was like 8, so old water bottle. Old boy right there. Next up, moving on to the front pocket. Or actually, moving on to this pocket directly above the rope, I'm going to slide my flashlight. This is a great flashlight. Onto the front pocket. Right in this area, right here, this upper area, I'm going to slide this little first aid kit, which has some bandages and alcohol swabs and stuff. Nothing heavy. If you sustain heavy injuries, this little first aid kit is not going to help you. But with little scripts and scratches, this will help you from keeping them infected until you can get somewhere safer. Again, my little multi-tool. It's like a little knockoff Leatherman. I've had it for a while. It's a very good item for fishing, gutfish, whatever. I'm sliding in this map and these two books just for me, because I like to have them with me, but they are not a necessity for me, not even really remotely. Just a fun thing to have. In fact, you know what? I won't bring them. For an overnight trip, I can't imagine myself going on an overnight and needing all this stuff. A lot of the knowledge is already in my head. I'm just not very good at putting it into practice, but you damn well bet I would if I was in a life or death situation. Anyway, we can zip this up now. And that's it, really. I mean, that's my bag. It's, I could not find my tackle box, but I know when I find it, I know what I'm going to be putting into it and what I have available to put into it. I'll run you through that real quick. For those who are interested, it's a little box about this big, plastic. And I would put a cork with several flies on it, 2 spinners of 2 different varieties, some extra line, various hooks and weights, and 1 bubble bobber and 1 red and white regular bobber. That gives me access to spinner type fishing, bait type fishing, and fly fishing, which fly fishing is the one I'm most comfortable with. It's the one that I've learned the most and used the most regularly. But having access to all 3 different types, depending on where you go, is very nice. Having extra bobbers is always good. Anyway, that's that. That's all. That's all. Just, you know, just snatch that onto the side there or slip it into your bag or whatever, and you're good. That's my bag, really. That's it. It's light. It's a good overnight bag. I'd probably swap in some stuff in this space just to fill that space out. For now, I'll leave it empty. But this is a bag that I would be very comfortable taking with me overnight just for me. Even use it for climbing or whatever. Any traversal, you know, I'd traverse pretty much anything in that. I'm going to set my pole up, keep it safe, and really a lot of my gear I would be wearing on me. There are various things that I would like to bring with me that I haven't necessarily showcased here. Things like gloves, which I would have probably in my pocket, and a hat and clothes and stuff. I have all that stuff on me because it's that kind of gear. Now, if any of you express an interest at any point, hold up, if any of you at any point in the near future express an interest in seeing what my extended stay bag would be, for one, pretty much everything that's in that bag, and then there are a few extra things, and I could pack an extended stay bag just for fun if you ever want. This is the fake gun. Hello! Thank you so much for watching today's video. We are finally back on the schedule. I say that as though it's been a long amount of time. It was literally just a weekend that I just needed to spend on my own. I just got done editing today's video. This is the outro for today's video. This is the ending of today's video, and I finished editing the weekend's video. I'm going to try and get my friend Ethan out here and see if I can get him out here to come hang out maybe next weekend. I'm going to call his house because they're in the middle of moving into a new house that they're building right now, so I'll call and see if he's free, because I figure they've been staying in a little apartment that they're renting while their house is being built, so I figure it might be easier, give him a little more space if Ethan comes over here and stays over here for a weekend. Also, I'd like to hang out with him and test some of my gear in a two-man environment out in my yard. Anyway, thank you for watching. Goodbye.